Welcome back to Powerfully You. I'm your host, Sharitha. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and turn their pain into power. And today, we're talking about what it really means to make your own lane, not the lane that everybody else wants you in, your own one. To build a path that don't look like success, to follow divine instruction that don't make sense to the world, to stay true to your soul even when people call you crazy. But before we go deep, if this episode cracks something open in you, take a second and share it with someone else who's struggling to feel worthy while walking a path nobody understands. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, or just sit still with it and breathe. Devil's advocate. But what if you are being delusional? Let's be real. There's a valid fear in this journey. What if I'm lying to myself? What if I walked away from a job too soon? What if this spiritual path is just a trauma response? What if I'm not being guided? I'm just escaping accountability. We we've seen people build their own lanes before, and let's be honest, some of them turned into cult leaders. Some used individuality as a shield to avoid growth. Some go so some got so wrapped in their ego, they call it enlightenment. So how do you know you're different? Here's the difference. You're not asking people to follow you. You're inviting them to follow themselves. You're not escaping reality. You're just refusing to live by other people's delusions. You're not preaching perfection. You're modeling authenticity. Even when it is messy, broke, and uncomfortable, the real flex, you're walking in truth. And truth don't always look cute at all. My path didn't look safe, but it was sacred. Let me be honest. When I quit my job, when I couldn't pay my rent, when I followed divine guidance and ended up staring eviction in the face, people thought I was tripping. They thought I was irresponsible. They thought I was spiritual bypassing. They looked at me like, girl, why would God tell you to quit with no plan? But see, they didn't hear what I heard. They didn't feel what I felt in my gut. And they don't know the prayers I prayed, the signs I received, and the visions I saw. And they don't know that before I quit, I was dying slowly on the inside. I was collapsing under the weight of trying to perform for a life that wasn't mine. So yeah, I looked crazy. But for the first time, I started my path to feeling free. Not because everything worked out instantly, not because I had a backup plan, because I didn't, but because I was finally living from my soul, not from fear. Reflecting reflection questions for the soul-led listener. Where in your life are you playing it safe at the expense of your soul? Who told you that being misunderstood means you're wrong? What part of you still believes truth has to be pretty to be real? What would it look like to follow divine guidance without needing to explain it? What makes your path sacred even when no one claps for it? This ain't ego, it's alignment. Listen, you're not crazy, you're not lazy, you're not lost. You're just not playing the game anymore. You're not chasing applause. You're not trying to be digestible. You're not bending your truth for likes, friends, or family comfort. You're listening to your voice beneath the noise. You're walking with the knowing that can't be explained, only embodied. And maybe your path looks wild. Maybe it don't fit into no church, no school, no brand, and no business model on purpose. But it is rooted in truth. And that's what makes it holy. Closing affirmation. I trust the path I'm walking because I trust the voice that called me to it. Even if it looks messy, broke, or slow, my truth is my compass. I am not here to be worshiped or followed. I am here to be me fully. If this episode cracked something open in you, don't rush to fix it. Just sit with it. Feel it, honor it. And until next time, keep walking your soul's path, even if nobody claps for it, even if they call you crazy. You know what it is. It's rooted in truth. And stay powerfully you.